Good morning. Good morning. This morning I was trying to figure out what I wanted to say when I started this live because I have really wanted these to come from a heart-centered place. And it's been interesting because I'm such an introvert. I don't know if you've figured that out because I know a lot of times you can look on my Facebook page and I seem very social. And the truth is I am. And I really love social media because it allows me to have connection with people in bite-sized and chunked amounts because as an introvert, a self-proclaimed introvert, I really like to recharge by myself. And so it's been interesting in this time of social distancing, right, which I really actually think is important to make sure that we can try to flatten the curve on this thing, especially in North America. Like we have a really unique opportunity, I think, to flatten the curve by just not getting around people so much, right? So here's the deal. I am an introvert, so I practice social distancing all the time, except I practice physical social distancing. And I wanted to talk about this because I think there's been a lot of attention lately on mental health and being connected, staying connected, having your people that you can talk to, vent, that sort of thing. We need connection, right? We are connected creatures. That's what we do, right? We want to come together. And so I think in this time of physical social distancing, it's all the more important for our mental health, for the mental health of those people who are forced to spend time at home, for those people who are maybe don't have as large of a circle, for us to really take the time to reach out and make sure that the physical distancing that we're doing does not become an actual social distancing. And I really want to talk about this because I'm an introvert. So I socially distance all the time. In fact, it has a huge impact on my relationships. My friends are busy nodding their head right now because I'm actually really content being by myself. And maybe this whole experience, part of the silver lining that you can take, part of the silver lining of the whole process of being forced to spend some time by yourself, is maybe you can become really comfortable with who you are. I say that to people all the time. I was homeschooled. That was a good fit for me. I grew up on a farm, so I grew up far away from a lot of people. I didn't have a lot of the same social experiences the way other people do. And so what became from that is I really became comfortable in my own skin. I became comfortable ruminating with my own thoughts. I became comfortable making lists to keep myself busy. I became comfortable in looking around my space and saying, what would I really like to accomplish today? I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And FYI, we typically only accomplish about 6 things on our list every day. So if you are now a mama or a papa who's now dealing with having your kids at home, working your business from home, adjusting to all of that, dealing with the fear and everything else, please don't try to over-accomplish because we tend to overestimate what we'll accomplish in a day, but underestimate what we can accomplish in a year. So remember that. But here we are in this time of being encouraged to physically social distance ourselves. And please know I'm encouraging you to do that. Wash your hands, flatten the curve, do whatever you possibly can. But I'm also encouraging you to take some time to make sure that you maybe take 10 or 15 minutes today. Like put it in your calendar, put it in your phone, put it somewhere you can see it, and make sure that you are still socially connecting with people. And aren't we magical in this time that we've got things like social media, messenger, text, Zoom, you name it. You can have an amazing physical connection by making the time to connect. But I think right now, in this time of people dealing with some mental stresses, dealing with anxiety, dealing with uncertainty, I think now, more than ever, we have got to be paying attention to our connections, paying attention to our groups, sharing really great ideas. I mean, I would love to share some ideas with you guys maybe tomorrow about things you can do with your kids to entertain them and whatever. Today I was talking to an artist and we need to learn some stuff. But what I wanted this video to be about was really the difference between social distancing and physically socially distancing, and to make sure that, especially right now, we're paying attention to our mental and physical health by making sure that we're reaching out to the people that we love and that we care about, even if it's just to say, hey, you safe? How's your brain space? That's a great way to start a conversation. Hey, are you safe? How's your brain space? And not necessarily talking about that thing which we don't want to talk about because it is freaking everywhere. But maybe if we can shift the conversation to strategies that we're doing, great books that we're reading, great audios that we're listening to, and maybe FYI, turn off the TV today. Turn off the TV and grab a book. Find that Monopoly game. We pulled out Twister the other day in our house. That was a hoot. Find something that you can do that's going to connect you. Make the time to maybe drive to a secluded spot with your bestie and just look at each other and have a conversation. I saw that online, so kudos to the people that were doing that, who were still practicing physical, social distancing, but taking the time to make sure that they were still socially connected. So, all my mental health warriors, let's continue to do this and let's have an amazing day. P.S. A great thing for you today would be to make sure that you are living life. So make sure you're drinking enough water. Make sure when you go into the bathroom you're doing a couple of extra squats. Check out my video from yesterday for where I talk about that as a great way to keep yourself busy and active. Make sure you're taking time to move. Oh, and remember, take a deep breath. When you feel that anxiety or fear or that thing comes across the news or the radio waves or whatever, deep breath. It's going to be okay. We'll get through this.